what I felt my attachment was then, that I've overcome since then, was my attachment for, or my need for having someone else to complete me, to not feel that loneliness, not be okay with that loneliness with myself. Um, I was rejected by a lot of women when I was a kid. I got addicted to porn heavily and during my upbringing, and it's only like recently I've really come to terms with it. I didn't realize really that I was severely addicted by porn, and it has affected my mind so much. And I'm gonna be completely honest. I started with tantra because I was longing for that sexual connection with a woman, and I thought, oh, here I can find it. But since then, I have realized through tantra that that isn't what I'm really longing for. Through working on myself and accepting myself, I felt super okay with being alone. Yeah, it's very nice to be alone now. Like, okay, yeah. But when we did the pranic initiation, that was an amazing experience doing that 3.5 day dry fast. Just, I was so light. It was like I was in a complete meditative state the whole time. For me, it's also very spiritual. Um, when I get in that meditative state, I feel more connected to the environment around me. I feel more connected to heaven. I feel more connected to earth in that meditative state. And so whenever I felt a sensation of hunger, I just went outside, took a couple of deep breaths for 5, 10 minutes, and then like, okay, that was my dinner. And I felt elated. I felt, yeah, elevated. It was a very profound experience. And afterwards, after like going back to drinking and eating again, I felt very heavy again. Um, and it was necessary to feel both states. And I have been since then um, playing around with it, just not eating, not drinking, even just being pranic and drinking anything and feeling those different states and what I feel as a human being in those different states. And yeah, I really love not eating and drinking. It's a great experience. Since starting with the Pranic Family, I really discovered qigong, and that's been my way of connecting more with nature. I do it every day now to really ground myself and to also elevate myself at the same time. It's to balance the two things. Um, if you feel like the calling for if pranic family or pranic living is a thing for you, I totally recommend trying it out, because then you can totally feel what you feel inside.